the story of TwitchCon and how I found out the deepest, darkest atrocities ever committed by the gacha content creators. So, the first day, Thursday, TwitchCon hasn't even started yet. It was my travel day. So, I left my house at 3 a.m. I didn't sleep because I don't go to bed early. So I'm just like, I'm just going to stay up all night instead and I'll sleep on the plane. I stayed up until 3 a.m. It took like an hour drive to the airport. Met Ray at the airport. We flew to Atlanta. And then this is where the story really starts. This is where it all begins, right? So we're in Atlanta. Everything's going fine so far. Nothing's delayed, nothing. We get on our connecting flight. Still no issues yet. Our connecting flight takes off, headed to San Diego. All of a sudden, and I'm like, huh, like my ears haven't popped like this in a really long time. Like as a kid, like sometimes I get some like big cloggage like this, like pressure. But like I haven't had issues like this on a plane in a long time. And then I'm like, I'll just doze off. I haven't slept yet. It's like, I don't know, maybe like 11 a.m. And I still haven't slept. So I like doze off for a tiny bit and I notice I keep waking up because I can't breathe very well, right? I'm like, why? Like, huh, that's kind of weird. I'm like, is it because I'm just like sleeping funny because I have to like sit on a plane and try and sleep? But I kept noticing like I'm not breathing very well. And then, or maybe in the air for like half an hour. And then all of a sudden, like the microphone comes on. And they're like, oh yeah, by the way, the plane isn't pressurized. Like there was like a little pressure, but like not nearly enough. I'm like, oh. So that's why I couldn't breathe. I'm like, if I just getting like really out of shape to where I'm just like getting out of breath sitting down. Like, no, that can't be. Yeah, the plane was not fucking pressurized. So they're like, yeah, we're gonna have to turn back around and head back to Atlanta. So we head back to Atlanta. They're like, oh, don't worry about it. They're gonna send us to the gate right next door. Like, okay, that's not a bad deal. We'll just go to the gate like right next door. The plane, like everything will just get swapped over and we'll just take off. For whatever reason, they didn't move the captain and the co-pilot from the original plane to the second plane. We had to wait 9 hours. 9 hours to find the captain and a co-pilot. They're like, oh, we found the captain. Everyone cheer, yay! But we don't have a co-pilot. Boo! But they have a 2-hour window to get here. So they have to be here within the next 2 hours. 2 hours go by. They'll be here real soon, we promise. Yay! Get an hour later, still nothing. And then it's like, okay, we're gonna board now. We board, yay! We get on the plane. We still don't have a fucking co-pilot. He's still not here. We're on the plane. And there's no co-pilot still. This is why I always fly JetBlue. This is every time I don't fly JetBlue, something like this happens. Fuck Delta. We're literally sitting on the plane like, yeah, our co-pilot's still not here. We don't know where they are. What do you mean? I thought he was here. You downstairs, like they kept typing us up like he's here. He wasn't here. Finally, we get our co-pilot and our pilot, and we take off. And I really wanted to go to the partner party. I had plans to meet up with Shinya and Stepperu, and then just whoever, like from there, I would just meet up with like whoever else I knew there. But at this point, I was like, am I even gonna be able to get my badge? Because the partner party went for like an hour and a half past badge pickup. So, plane lands. We took off. We took off at like an hour later than when we were supposed to land. It was that bad. It took us like In total, from like when I left my house to when I got into San Diego, I think it was like 19 hours. Um, so then we get to the airport. We were supposed to be there way before Ethan. Ethan was supposed to be the one rushing to get his badge. But Ethan was actually at the airport waiting for us because it took us so long. He left like he was supposed to be like 7 hours later than us. He got there before us. So we get there and we had to get my bag. We're like waiting on the gondola, and it's coming out of two ends, right? One on like the right side, one on the left. We're waiting on the right side. Then all of a sudden, one of the bags gets stuck on the right side. And none of the bags start moving on the right side. And I'm like, oh my god, if I miss this freaking badge pickup because the bags got stuck on the conveyor belt and no one is there to fix it, again, fuck you, Delta. I am going to lose my mind. So, like, people are like contemplating like jumping up onto the gondola just to move the bag so it can unstuck. I'm like talking about throwing my water bottle as hard as I can at the bag, hoping it'll move it enough that like the gondola start moving again. But Ray's like, let's not get arrested our first day in San Diego. So eventually I'm like, okay. So she's like, let's go to the left side and hopefully it comes out of the left side. The first, all this trading, all these gacha pulls, all these won and lost 50-50s came down to this. Would my bag get stuck on the right gondola or would it come out on the left gondola? It was a 50-50. And we win those! We win those, boys! It came out of the left one! We made it on time for badge pickup! Oh my god, it was so close though. It was so close. Ethan had like called an Uber for us, and like it was about to leave when my bag finally came out. It was so close. So we go to the bag pickup or the badge pickup, and it's really cool. It's like you walk into this huge room, huge room, and there's like a few lines, or like a few like rows, but there's no one on the line. So like you're just like in this huge building with like the badge pickup tables like all the way at the end, and then us all the way on the other. Like I kid you not, like this thing is probably the size of like a football field, in length and in width. It was probably like 100 yards each way. So you like walk up to it after, and then like show them your ID. You like show them your ticket, give you your badge. And then right next to that is the partner party. So I go into the partner party, and at this point, like most of the gacha creators had left. Shinya wasn't responding. Sephiroth wasn't responding. Last thing I heard from Sephiroth was like most of the gacha content creators had left. I'm so bummed out. Like everyone that I didn't know very many people there to begin with, and basically everyone I would have known was like gone or not responding. So I just go in. I'm like, I'm just gonna get some free food and alcohol and buy some stuff early, then leave. So the party was actually super cool. It was really pretty. It was like one of those like, it's like up on like a terrace. Really big. Like there's probably, I feel like I wouldn't be exaggerating if I said that there was like 1,500 people there. It was a big party. And it was like overlooking the city. It was really cool. So I just go. I get like, I haven't eaten all day, and rather than get food first, the first thing I do is get alcohol. First thing I do is get drunk. Then I'll get the food later. We got priorities. So I go. I got like a few Trulies, and then I ate some nachos. The nachos were really good. And then I went shopping. I got this water bottle. You guys can't see it. It's like a tie-dye. It says TwitchCon San Diego 2024 water bottle. And I got a sweater and a sweatshirt. All really cool. And oh yeah, and there's like limited edition badges for each year. I knew Ethan really wanted one, so I'm like, I want one too, and like I want to get like everyone a present. So I got Callie, Ray, and Ethan all the limited edition badges. Um, and then I like texted them like, yeah, like I don't really know anyone at the party. Most of them already left. Like that kind of sucks. Um, which is a bummer because I heard like Brax was there, Shinya was there, um, Stepperoo. I think there was like I think Fob was there. I saw Box for like 2 seconds, but I think he was like leaving. Every time I saw Box, he was like wandering off somewhere. I never got to talk to Box. I talked to a lot of gacha creators. I saw Box in passing several times, but he always looked busy. I don't know him that well, so I didn't want to like stop him. Uh, but yeah, I was a little bummed out about that because the partner party actually looked like really cool. Are you taller than Box? Yeah, by a lot. I'm actually way taller than Box. He's really short. Same with Fob. Same with Fob. Fob's really small too. Uh, I heard Sweetly was there. I never met Sweetly. Didn't even like see her in passing. To be fair, I don't even know what she looks like, so I wouldn't have known if I passed by her. Um, yeah, so they're I text Ethan, Ray, and Callie. They come back. They bring me Subway.
Yeah.
I'm already drunk. I'm already drunk at this point because I haven't been eating at all, and I just downed like 3-4 drinks really quickly. So I'm already like kind of drunk. Um, we kind of like hang out, wander San Diego a little bit, and then we call an Uber, right? So we call an Uber to our Airbnb, and our Airbnb is listed as being in a gated community with like security cameras and like a very quiet, calm community, and all the pictures make it look really nice, right? So we're all like goofing around in the car. I'm a bit drunk. We're like all yapping. And then someone's like, "Oh, we're almost here." And I look I look out the window and everyone goes quiet. And then I just go, "Oh, is this it?" We were in the freaking hood. We were in the freaking hood. I kid you not. We were so sketch.
It wasn't that bad.
Everyone went quiet, including you. And it looked like we were in the freaking hood. Like, oh, no wonder it's the gates were locked like small little like metal fence gates around the house. Just so like people wouldn't break in because it was in the fucking hood.
It wasn't that bad. It wasn't that bad.
And then on top of that, okay, so Callie is the only one that has seen this place beforehand, right? Callie is the only one that's seen this place beforehand. So I'm already freaking out, right? It's late at this point. We're in the middle of the freaking hood. I'm a white, blonde, blue-eyed, haired, white girl. Like, I was not in my element. And Kallie's like, "Oh yeah, I've been here. It's this one." And we start putting in the code to try and get in. He's like, "Oh, it's not working for some reason." And I'm freaking out. Like, why am I in the middle of the hood late at night and I can't get the fuck inside? And I look at like, why are all the windows to our Airbnb open? And then Kyle's like, "Oh, it's not this one." And it's like, what do you mean it's not this one? You were just here! So, yeah, dude, someone probably thought we were breaking in. He almost got shot. Breaking and entering. So we got to Airbnb, and the inside's pretty nice. The inside's decent. except there's a giant glass door to the master bedroom. And I like okay, so it was two bedrooms and a pull-out couch. So our plan was just like me and Ray would like share a bed. Ethan would like and Callie would switch off being on the pull-out couch and then like sleeping in like the guest bedroom. And I'm like freaking out. Like I'm like, how am I gonna sleep in this room? There's just a giant glass door just beckoning the entire hood to break it and like kill me. So
Do you know what she says when she sees that, by the way, chat? Do you know what she fucking says? She
I
says,
don't even know what I said.
no, she says, Ray, you're sleeping on that side. And it's the side with the fucking door. And I'm like, okay. She points to it, everything. She's just like, that side's your side. Thanks. Thanks, Maddie. I appreciate it.
So
I'll make sure to scream your name while I'm being murdered.
eventually I just pass out from exhaustion because at this point I've been traveling for like 19 hours. I just went to a party and got drunk. I've wandered San Diego. I've experienced the hood. I've slept maybe 2 hours in the past 48 hours. So eventually I just like pass out from exhaustion. I'm just done throwing a fit about like where we are and I just pass out. So we wake up early the next morning. We get to TwitchCon, not at opening ceremony, but shortly after. And it was really cool, right? Like we walk in and it is massive, the downstairs. There's a lot going on. I could see how it could get like a little old if you've been there multiple years. But that first day is really, really cool. Like walking in, having no idea what to expect, and there's just like you're seeing like all these cool content creators that you've watched before, but like now they're in person, and it's like you're seeing like I don't know. They had like a whole gaming station set up with like Call of Duty and stuff. Um, they had like all these shops, like the Milk and Mocha shop, which I absolutely love. We saw like not Shy Lily, Lily Pichu at the offline TV shop for like 2 seconds, and then she ran off. But then Ray got a picture with Yvonne, which was really cool. So yeah, we did that for a while. I went to 7TV. I did get my my special animated emote or paint. I have to switch to that. I haven't actually checked to see what it is if I gotten it yet. But I did do the game there, so I could get that. Artist Alley was really cool. It's really freaking dangerous. Oh my god, did I want to spend so much money? But thank God I didn't have a way to get the posters home without them getting ruined. Otherwise, I probably would have spent a lot of money. And the food, like all the food stuff's upstairs. The partner lounge is upstairs. So anyways, that takes up most of the day, right? And now we get to the meat and potatoes. The meat and potatoes, the thing everyone's here for. The dark secrets of the gacha content creators. So at this point, we've finally explored like all of TwitchCon. We were about to go upstairs to the Artist Alley again. And there's a store that we had passed by earlier that had a bunch of like gacha stuff, right? I think some of you guys maybe seen this, like Brax and Pokey trying to pull for like all the cards of like all the Honkai Star Rail characters. So I walked by that and I see the big bad boogeyman himself, Mr. Tactone. And I knew he was on stream, so I've been messaging Tectone for like since the day before. I've been messaging him since Thursday. It's now Friday. He knew like I wanted to meet him. I asked if I can meet him at TwitchCon. He's like, yeah, that's fine, but just know I'm live or like we can meet like later. So I saw him, but he was still alive. So I'm like, I was nervous. I'm not gonna lie, I was really nervous. I am definitely like a introvert, like very anxious in social situations, and it's like, oh god, he's on stream on top of it, and it's like I'm meeting him for the first time, so I almost didn't do it, and then eventually Ray's like, come on, just like put on your mask and like go talk to him. So I like go around a corner, I put on my mask, and uh I walk up to him, and there's actually you could see like a small clip of it. You don't see me at all. I never show up on camera, and that was really nice. We'll get to that in a second. So I walk up to him, uh, I wave at him, and he punches me in the face. No, so I wave at him. He goes hello, and at this point he hasn't seen my badge yet. But like like I'm waving at him, like he's probably like, oh, like that's some viewer like wanting to say hi, and I show him my badge, and he like takes a second to read it, and then all of a sudden his eyes like completely widen, right? His eyes like super widen, and he just screams, Maddie! It just gives me the biggest bear hug ever. And mind you, I'm very tall. I'm 5'11". That is very tall for a woman. I'm 5'11". And it was like being like hugged into the void. Like he is so tall. Like it was just like I've never experienced this before. Usually it's like I do this to other people, but like my face was like just in his chest. It was just like face chest. Like he is so tall. And I knew he had lost a lot of weight. Like I've been watching him for like 4 years. I've seen him like lose all this weight. But it is like you don't realize quite how much it is until you see him in person. Like he's like skinny. He's like honestly skinny when you see him in person. He's still like he's muscular, but he's like lean. He's toned. He's in really good shape. He looks really good. Definitely very proud of like all the changes he's made. I know I've seen like the old like beanie tech tone face and everything. He's definitely improved his life a lot. But yeah, he gives me this big hug, and his roommate was the one recording, not Lavero. It was another one. I don't want to say his name. I don't know if they've said his name on stream or not, so I'll be a little careful about that. But oh, they have said okay. So Brian, yeah. So Brian's the one recording. I've hung out with Brian before in Discord. I played like Overwatch and League with him. So he didn't see my badge. He just heard Techie scream Maddie. So I don't know if he knew or not, but if you notice on the clip, if you go to like his VOD, Techie like nudges the camera, like kind of giving like Brian the signal like don't record this, which is really really nice of him. That like even though he was streaming, he like kind of like took the time to like yeah, don't record her, like give us like a minute. Which was super cool. And then like we just started talking. He's like showing me the booth. He introduced me to like Brax. And I don't know, like the second he hugged me, it was like all those nerves and like I ever since COVID, honestly, like I've been very socially anxious. I've always been like pretty socially anxious, and then after COVID, like I really kind of like hunkered down in my room and like kind of just accepted like, oh, I'll just be like introverted and like not talk to many people. But like the second he hugged me, like it was like all that like melted. Like he really does a really good job at like making you feel special, right? Like when you see Tectone on stream, he's like very like energetic and animated, and he uses a lot of that to go after like Twitch chatters, like dumb Twitch chatters. You like like pull them up, and then like they owe 7 as he like roasts them or whatever. But he takes that energy that he does like on stream to like roast like dumb chatters and people into like making his friends feel like warm and like welcome and special, and that's really cool. So like it's like he's still techie, but like all the energy just goes into him being like the biggest teddy bear ever. So he introduced me to like Brax. Pokey was there, but they were recording Pokey. So to kind of like distract them from that, like they weren't recording Techie, they like were recording Pokey. So I got to meet Pokey later. Which Pokey's really tall. I didn't believe him when he said he was tall. He's taller than he says he is. He says he's like 6'1". He's like 6'3". He's not much shorter than Techie. He's like 6'3". Um, and Brax is really tall too. Brax is super tall too. So I get to meet all of them. I get to talk to them for a little bit, and then like I knew he was still streaming, so I'm like, oh, like I'll let you go. So we start going to the artist alley, but then we meet up with Ethan, and Ethan wants to meet Techie, so then he goes back, and then it happens that like Mina and Ruby were like nearby, and he bumps into them before getting to Techie. And then Ray was going back with him. I'm like, oh, like I don't want him to like have to like stop his stream again. So like I'll just wait around the corner. So I was chilling with Shinya, which oh yeah, Shinya was there. Shinya is the like one of the coolest guys I've ever met. Shinya is so freaking nice. Shinya was one of my favorite people to meet while I was at TwitchCon. Shinya was really really cool. So me and Shinya are chilling. Ray and Ethan are talking to Ruby and Mina, and I don't even know it yet, right? So they come back, and I'm like, oh, did you talk to Techie? And Ethan's like, no, but he's like, guess who I got to talk to? He's like, Mina and Ruby. So like, my like little fangirl ass like hops up like instantly, like, all right, I'll see you in a second, Shinya. And I go and find Ruby and Mina, and I'm like oh like hi, and like I show them my badge. I'm like, would you mind signing my badge? I like didn't even introduce myself. I'm just like hard like fangirling at this point. I've never spoken to either of them. Ruby I've rated once or twice, and she's rated me once or twice. Mina I've never interacted with. I love Mina though. Mina I don't watch many gacha streamers. Like I watch Techie, but honestly like I mostly watch Techie when he's not playing gacha and when he's like doing other stuff. Same with Pokey. But Mina and Ruby, I'll like actually just like watch them play gacha. I look up to them around. I try and take notes. I don't like actually take notes, but I try and like see like what they're doing on stream and be like, oh, like what can I do? Because like I like the vibe of their stream a lot. So I don't even like introduce myself. They're like, can you sign my badge? I didn't think like they would even know who I was. They're like, oh, you're Batty. I'm like, hi. I didn't think they'd even know. They were really nice. Mina and Ruby, they were really cool too. I didn't talk for them for too long. I was kind of fangirling. I didn't want to like I don't want to weird them out, so I just kind of like talked to them for a little bit, and then I said goodbye. Um, and then we went upstairs to the artist alley, and I'd say that was most of the notable stuff for day one at TwitchCon. But anyways, I got a text from Techie later with an address to his Airbnb, and he's like, "Party." Like, okay. So me and Ray go to Techie's house party. And I know this is okay to talk about because I've seen Shinya, I've seen like Box, I've seen Pokey, I've seen Tectone himself talk about it. So they have like this big house party. He tells me like, oh, it's like nothing big. It's just gonna be chill with like a few drinks. And there was probably like 60, 70 people there. In like not that big of an Airbnb. There was a big Porsche, but the Airbnb itself was not that big. But honestly, it was the most fun I've ever had at a party. I've been to a lot of frat parties, but usually frat parties like you can't hear anything. It's like packed. It's super hot. It smells. It's gross. Like there, like everyone took off their shoes because like mind you, like I'm probably one of the youngest ones there, and I'm in my 20s, and like I'd say like like everyone there was probably like 22, 23 to like mid 30s even. So I had no idea how old Box is. So it was like really nice, right? Like the music wasn't too loud. You could actually talk to people. Like you just like it felt super safe, right? Like it's being hosted by like Techie, like you know, like if everyone's gonna do anything, like Techie's like gonna like lose his shit. It's like it just like felt super safe the whole time. Really fun. Like you actually talk to people. Um, I got to talk to Fob there. I got to talk to Brax there, which Brax is really nice and really cool too. He was also one of my favorite people to meet. Brax is really cool. Um, really like well kept too. Like he dresses nice. He like combed hair, like well kept beard. Um, Fob is like exactly what you'd expect. He's just like talking about video games and gacha. Um, I didn't get to talk to Doro. Ray did. You seem really nice. Um, so anyways, there was beer pong there, right? And oh yeah, and this is when I got to meet Pokey. So then like I first come in, Shinny was like, "Oh, like help yourself to drinks, they're in the fridge." Um, so I get a drink, and then Pokey's sitting around the beer pong table. And I got to talk to Pokey for like 2 seconds. But he was leaving the artist alley and I was entering it. So I just said hi. I'm like, oh, like I'll see you later. At the party. Because at this point I already knew I was going. So I got to talk to Pokey for like probably like a solid like 20 minutes, half an hour. He talks so fast in person. I felt bad. I kept making him repeat himself. It's like he talks just as fast in person as he talks on stream. If not faster. But he's very polite. Very, very polite. Just talks very fast. So I felt bad. I kept like misinterpreting him or like making him repeat himself because he talks so fast. But he was really cool. He's really tall. Again, he's probably like 6'3". Um, and then uh all of a sudden, two tall guys enter, and one small girl in a skirt enters. And it's Shy Lily. Right? It's like at this party, there's like all the big gacha characters, right? Like there's like Doro, there's Brax, there's Fob, there's Pokey, there's Shinya, there's Box 2, and there's just like little me. And then fucking Shy Lily, of all people, walks in. And Pokey like instantly gets like a picture with her, and then Techie makes her play beer pong. Not with them, against him. And then he beats her. So then after that, well, not right after, but a little bit after, me and Ray got to play what's it called? Beer pong against Techie. Ray has only played one game of beer pong before, and it was earlier at that party.
That I won.
Yeah, I've been to a lot of frat parties, so I've had my fair share of beer pong. Tectone will keep saying, I keep seeing him on stream all day today, being like, we destroyed every single person at beer pong. It came down to the final cup, and we got down to the last cup before him. We just couldn't hit the last cup, and that was Ray's second game of beer pong ever. He did not destroy everyone. He barely beat us. Barely beat us by one cup. And he didn't even hit it. Shinya hit the winning shot. Oh yeah, and to start it off, I knew he was going to do this too, right? So Shinya shoots. Well, like the game starts, they keep the ball. And they're like, Techie's like, hey look, it's blah blah blah. I don't even remember who he said. But like I've been to enough frat parties. That's like the oldest trick of the book, right? Like I know what he's gonna do. He's gonna be like, look, and you turn around and then he bounces. And he gets 2 cups. So Shinya shoots normally and he bounces it as he does that. Ray turns around. I swat the fuck out of that ball, and like everyone's like, ah, Shinya swatted the shit, and then he just starts screaming, "You're so lame! You're so lame! You're so lame!" So yeah, it came down to a really close game. And then we went and chilled outside for a while. That's when we talked to Brax and Doro.
Doro.
I didn't get to talk to Doro. Ray did. I talked to Fob a little bit. Uh, and then I met this VTuber there. Yuzu? Yuzi?
Yeah, I
Yuzi,
talked
right?
to her.
Yeah, she was really sweet. She was super cute. Um. Anyways, and then oh yeah, Ufi was there. So Ufi was super cute. Ufi's adorable. She's just like a ball of just like energy. She's so cute. Really nice. So I was talking to Ufi outside for a bit. And we're both talking about like I can't believe Shiloh's here, right? And we're talking to we're talking for a bit, and then all of a sudden I look behind me, and the two guys that she came with and Shiloh are like right next to us. Like I kid you not, like I didn't even have to fully extend my arm to reach Shiloh. That's how close she was to me and Ufi. And like at this point, I'm kind of fangirling. Not kind of. I am hard fangirling, right? It's like I really try not to fangirl with like the gacha creators because they're like it's not healthy to like be a fan of your friends, you know? Like it puts this weird like imbalance on the friendship if you do that. Um so but like I don't know Shiloh at all. So like I at this like I'm just like fangirling because like she was like literally the reason I was able to become a VTuber. I always thought VTubering was gonna be like super expensive. Um but she had talked about Nizuma during her debut and how like you could get like a cheap like pre-made model. Um so I literally logged on that same day and bought a model and started streaming that she said that. So like I really, really just like I wanted to talk to her just for like a minute or two and get like a signature. But like it wasn't at the convention. I didn't want to bother, like, you know, like she's just chilling at a party. Like I didn't want to bother. But other people were like some people were like asking, like, oh, can I get like a signature? Or like Pokey got like a signature and I think he got a picture with her. Um so eventually Ray embarrasses the fuck out of me and asks Shy Lily, like, hey, like she really likes you. Like, can she get a signature? So Shy Lily comes up and I like start losing my mind. I don't even remember what I said. I just started panicking.
I first asked you who because I kept forgetting.
Yeah, Ray couldn't figure out which one was freaking Shy Lily.
I don't know. I just don't remember that well.
um so she comes up and I like tell her the story of like, yeah, like I so the first thing I say is like I'm like, oh, like I became a VTuber because of you. And her response is, I'm so sorry. She's like, I'm so sorry. So like obviously she's just joking, but um I tell her how like, yeah, like you talked about Nizima on stream and like I always thought like VTubing was gonna be like really expensive. And I'm pretty drunk at this point. I've been drinking for a while. Uh I'm like, yeah, like so I was like a little more sappy. I was a little more like open to like being sappy at this point. So I'm like, yeah, uh like I literally like bought a model from Nizima that day and started streaming and like here I am like 2 years later, like a partner streamer getting to talk to you. And she's like she's so sweet. She's like that is she's like genuinely that's like so cool that like you did that. And she's like she signs my badge. She's like I hope to meet you again like at the convention. She was really cool. Charlie is super sweet. That was so cool that I got to meet her. um and then I go back inside. I watched Techie play beer pong for a little bit, and then that's kind of what it hits me of like I start getting like emotional. Like I'm getting emotional like thinking about it now, right? Like 4 years ago, at like the start of COVID, I kind of just like was bored and just like downloaded Genshin one day, and then I like just didn't want to figure out how to play, like what elemental mastery was or anything like that. So I'm like, I'm just gonna watch a video, and then I just happened upon Tectone. And then it's like after 4 years of watching him, it's like I am literally at a house party that he invited me to, playing beer pong with him, with and like Lakari, Zizix, Brax, Fob, Shinya. Like there were so many cool people. It really hit them of like it felt so surreal. That like just all that. I don't know. It was like a big moment. I think I went outside and teared up a little at one point. um and then everyone like kind of started getting tired. Some people started to leave. Uh and then like I think like the final moment that like really hit was like I'm outside on the porch, like having like a drink at a table filled with like Fob, Brax, Doro, and then like I'm sitting right next to Tectone. I'm in the seat next to him. Like we're just all chilling outside talking like late at night, and that like really hit. Um, so I didn't want them all to like stay up too late. I didn't want to be like the last one to leave and them to be like, all right, get the fuck out. So as it seemed like it was starting to like die down and like techie and like everyone seemed like they were starting to get tired and like, all right, like why don't we call an Uber? So we call an Uber. Um, I give techie like a big hug, just like thank him, send him like a nice message, like you made my day. Um, and we went home. So that was our first night. That was just the first night. um, the second day, what did I do the second day, right? The second day was Callie's last day. So Callie wasn't staying for the third day.
Well, it was.
No. Am I saying that right? Yeah.
It was. He was leaving.
He left Sunday morning. So now it's Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, now it's Saturday morning. So it's the last full day with Callie. So we go back to the convention, and I saw Tecton talking about this on stream, and I kind of agree. There isn't a ton to do at TwitchCon. It's mostly just like brands trying to sell stuff to you. And what makes TwitchCon special is like the people you meet and like the stuff you do with them. So the second day we met like a lot of like VTuber friends, like ones that I met when I was like still playing like Valorant and stuff. Um we did like a little more shopping, but like not much change at the venue. There wasn't like a ton to really do at this point that like we hadn't seen at TwitchCon. It was more just like meeting people and stuff. Um and then we met up with a friend, and then that was a whole thing. It was lame. I was really excited. That was one of the, like Tectone was like I'll just be honest. Tectone was like the number one person I was like most excited to meet, right? Like uh he's like the the content creator I've been watching for the longest that I still watch besides one other content creator. His name's Kaif. Um he's been nothing but nice to me ever since I like first met him. I'm really sad Laro couldn't go. I really wanted to meet Laro, but he couldn't go. Um but at least I got to meet like a bunch of other people. So but besides Techie, this is probably the other person that's most excited to meet. Just like an old friend that's like been here kind of since the start. That was kind of like I don't know, like showed a pie, brought like friends that he said he wasn't gonna bring, kind of just like ignored us the whole time. So eventually we went to like round one. I'm like, let's go to round one with him, and that way at least if he ignores us to talk to his friends, Like we could just play games and like we won't be bored. So we did that. We I kid you not, we get there, we wait on this long line, finally get like our card to like play games. We play one game, one singular game after we all just spent like $75 and waited online for like 45 minutes. Oh yeah, also while we were waiting online, Tectone just happened to be there. Like I'm online and all of a sudden I hear the most familiar scream ever and I turn around and I see Tectone just punching the shit out of some like boxing machine at the arcade. But he left shortly after. I like by the time I was done online, he already left. Um so then uh like after like one game, my friends like, let's go to the beach, and we're like, why? So he just like ignores again. Like at this point I'm just done, right? Like I'm just completely done. Like you're treating me and my friends like crap. Like you're just ignoring us. Like I don't really want to hang out with you anymore if you're just gonna be like this. So he went to the beach. We stayed at round one. It was Callie's last night. We wanted to make it special for him. And then that's when we had that whole weird interaction with that VTuber. Um, but Stepperoo showed up, and Stepperoo is super cool. Stepperoo is really really nice. Dude, I feel so bad. He bought us all dinner, and all he got himself was green beans. And he bought us all dinner. Like, wouldn't let us pay for it. We have a little plan. We have a little plan in store. It's a secret for now, though.
Yeah.
But Stepper was really, really cool. He's really nice.
It was like edamame that he got.
Yeah. So he hung out with us for dinner for a bit, and he left before we even got to play more games at round one. I felt so bad. And we played at round one for a while. Ray won a couple claw games. Ethan won a couple claw games. We played like they had like a Halo, like where you like pick up like the gun and like shoot like at the TV screen. And then eventually we left. We ordered Fireball. We DoorDash Fireball. I drank probably like four and then passed the fuck out. I passed the fuck out. But everyone was tired. That was Callie's last day. Did I forget anything for day two? I feel like day two is probably the least eventful. And then the last day of TwitchCon, it's kind of sad, right? It's a completely different vibe. A lot of people leave after the second day. I didn't know that. So it felt way more empty. Like Techie had left. I think Mina had left. Fob had left. Like Pokey had left. So I never got to say goodbye to Techie. I literally text him like, yo, can I say goodbye to you? And then I just get like a text like, I left semicolon 3. Like, fuck you. I want to say goodbye. But he has offered like I could come visit Austin at some point. He's offered that in the past, so that offer's still on the table. Like I would totally do it. I had so much fun. He was so nice. I would do it in a heartbeat if he ever offered that again. Anyways, for the last day, like it just felt so empty, right? Like there's a lot less people. It felt more chill. Mind you, we didn't go till later. We went to the zoo. Ethan really wanted to go to the zoo. And see the giraffe. The zoo was really fun, but I felt bad. My feet were so tired at this point. We'd just been walking like constantly for like 4 days now. My feet hurt. Like my thighs are chafing. And we only had like 2 hours left until TwitchCon closed, so we kind of rushed the zoo a little bit. Ethan got to see his giraffes, his favorite thing, and then we went out to TwitchCon. Again, it felt kind of empty. We mostly just spent our time at Artist Alley at that point. I bought a couple things. I got a few gifts. And then I felt so bad, right? So like I got a signature from Mina, Ruby, Shy Lily, I got to hug and like go to a party at Tectone's place. Like I got to meet like so many of my favorite creators and like friends and stuff. And like Ray didn't get to really meet any of the offline TV people. We kept checking the offline TV booth, and it's like, like Lily Petrie was there for like a second on the first day, and then like had to run off because she seemed busy. Yvonne was like the only one that would actually hang out there and like talk to people. And then like on the last day, or was it? It was like the last day or second last day. Like go there, and they kind of just like big shot everyone, right? Like people like Toast is there, and some of them like people want to talk to them, and they're just like have like guards be like, oh, like back off, like we need to go. Like they just kind of like big shot at everyone's like, dude, like you are like one of like the biggest things people want to see at TwitchCon. And you're just like big shotting your fans, like talk to them, sign their like stuff. Like I don't know, I was kind of mad about that. So I felt bad that like Ray kind of never really got to like get a signature, like talk to any of like the content creators she really wanted to. But as we're going up to the artist alley, there's a huge line outside of it. And we're like, what is that? And it was Saikuno. Saikuno is doing his meet and greet right there, and everyone could just come and join. And Ray really likes Saikuno. So she waited on that line. It actually went pretty quickly, and she got to meet Saikuno.
Actually, I think it was that wasn't his meet and greet. He was just doing that extra after his meet and greet.
Wait, really?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
See, that makes me like Saikuno so much more and like offline TV so much less. Like offline TV just like kept big shotting their fans, it felt like. And like Saikuno is like, so we'll go back to that in a second. So anyways, Ray waits online and gets the signature. I was looking at Artist Alley because I wanted to get a few gifts. She meets up with me at Artist Alley. It's like 6 o'clock, and they like kick us all out and like, all right, you guys have to go. And Saikuno is still there signing signatures, but we can't find Ethan. For some reason, they didn't kick out Ethan. They only kicked out like some people, and like some people are just like left to keep shopping. It's like Ethan's still shopping. Like Ray and I are waiting for him, and we're just standing like right next to where the line was for Saikuno. And Saikuno's like been there for like, I don't know, like an hour or two now, maybe even more. Like that was just how long we had seen him there for. He could have been there longer before that. Just like signing people's stuff. And like he's literally just chilling there. Like everyone who comes up, like I don't know. I have a lot of respect for Saikuno after that. I never really watched him, but I have a lot of respect for him after that. He seems like a really nice guy. He's, I don't know. You said he seemed like very shy, right? Like when I was watching him, he seemed very shy too.
Well, I think like if it's possible, he was like confident shy, well maybe like humble.
Yeah, I don't know. He seemed like a really good guy. But yeah, so he had like a golden pen. It's like Ray has like a golden signature of like Saikuno on her badge. So I was really happy that she got that. Um but the main reason why I'd gone back to TwitchCon was to meet Hex. I still hadn't met Hex yet at this point. And I wanted to meet her. So she said it was fine to talk about this. So she couldn't get in. She bought the ticket but didn't get the badge in time. So they just wouldn't let her in. I felt so bad. But yeah, that was the main reason why I went on the third day. I wanted to meet Hex. I met like most of the people I wanted to meet. Like when I hadn't really met was Hex. And I'm like texting her, and like I find out like she's not allowed back into the convention. She never even got in. She never went to TwitchCon. She never got in. She like got the ticket, but they never let her in because she never got the badge. I felt so bad. I offered to like oh, like I could get something for you at Artist Alley. She never responded to that. But TwitchCon's over. We're like gonna leave. And I told her like, oh, like TwitchCon ends at 7. But for some reason it ended at 6 on the last day. So like we kind of waited around for a bit just to see if she'd respond eventually, and she did. So I met her at her hotel, and um like I didn't mention Ray or Ethan were with me, so I had them like wait around the corner, and we kind of just like talked for a while like on a bench, and then eventually like it came up. I'm like, oh yeah, like Ray's with me, like she's like around the corner, like if you want to meet her. And I was like, yeah, she's like actually I expected you to bring Ray. I'm like, no, like no, like I wanted you to have your privacy and stuff. Um, so Ray and Ethan come, and like we're sit like it's cold, it's dark, like we've been like we sit on this bench for like maybe like an hour or two, just talking, and then like Ethan's like being fucking hilarious, like Hex is like laughing her ass off, and then it's like talk about content a little bit, like really we were just like talking about life or whatever, and then she invites down her husband, and we go and get dinner together, and it was the place we wanted to go to. We get to, right, and they're like, oh, like it'll be like a 30-minute wait, and like we wait a little bit, and they're like, oh yeah, actually, like we're just not gonna see you. Like what? What do you mean? So we don't get to go to like the Korean barbecue place. Like wander around for a while, have no idea where to go, and eventually we stumble upon the most shitty Mexican restaurant ever. And we're just like all sitting there, just like in the restaurant, talking shit at our food in the restaurant. Yeah, it was bad. It was pretty bad. And then we went and got ice cream after, and we went back to the same bench that we were sitting on earlier, and we probably sat there in like the dark and cold with like homeless people walking by for like another hour or two, just talking. That was probably one of my favorite moments of TwitchCon. It was such a simple thing, right? Like all of TwitchCon is like so like it feels so big and like grand, but like just like sitting on a bench, just like talking to someone like person to person, and just like laughing about like funny stories we've had in life, or like sharing like our own experiences. Um, it was just like a really nice moment. It was a really, really good way to end off TwitchCon. I feel so bad that Hex couldn't go to TwitchCon, but she ended off TwitchCon in like the best way possible for us. Like we were on the Uber home, and like we all talked about how like that was the perfect end to TwitchCon. It was a really nice night. Just getting to like chill, go out to dinner with like Hex and her husband, and like just hang out and talk for a while. It was really nice. Um and then that talking to her kind of convinced me like I wanted to do other stuff besides just like gacha. That was kind of like the final push. Which is ironic because after this we're gonna go play ZZZ for a bit. But the new update's out, so it's kind of a good reason to go play. I don't want to drop it completely. Um, but it was a really nice way to end it off, and it really kind of solidified, like between like getting to hang out at like the house party with like Tectone, Pokey, Shy Lily, Shinya, Lakari, uh Box 2, Brax, Doro, and like so many others. Um it was really, really nice. Like just doing that, and then like getting to spend that last night with Hex, it really like made me want to just get out more, you know? Like I said, like ever since COVID, I kind of always just like boxed myself in ever since. I kind of just like, oh, like I'm just an introvert, like it's fine. I'll just get my social interaction on like Discord and stuff, and like that's enough for me. But like meeting all those people at TwitchCon, getting to like go to the house party, going to like round one with like Ethan, Ray, Callie, and Steparu, going out to dinner with Hex, like all that stuff. Like I'm like I want to do that more. Like I don't want that to be like a once a year TwitchCon thing. Like I want that to be like a more common thing in my life. Fuck, getting emotional.
So yeah, want to hang out with people. It was very nice. Do we have a crying? Can we get blubbers in the chat? Let's all join. Let's all unite as one. Yeah, definitely something we want to do again.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I don't know what happened, but like ever since COVID, I I just got so much more anxious about like social events and stuff. Like you could ask Ray or Ethan. Like Ray was like the first friend I hung out with like since COVID, and that was like I didn't meet Ray till like 3 years after COVID happened. I don't know what it did to me mentally, but like I shut down for a while. I kind of like slowly broke out of it, but like it was like the moment I got that big hug from Techie. It was like all this like anxiety that I have whenever I meet new people. It kind of just like melted away. Like if I could go on to like this huge stream and say hi to like one of the people I looked up to the most, and like what's stopping me to talking to anyone else?
I mean, Ray will make sure you talk.
I'm still an anxious little shit though. But
It's better.
I've
You're
gotten a lot
definitely
better.
better.
Like today was my first in-person class uh since fall of last year. And like fall of last year when I had my first in-person class, I was like freaking out for like weeks beforehand with anxiety. Like today it was just like it was just unfazed after everything that happened at TwitchCon. It's like why would I be phased by like such a small thing like just going to class?
Your
So yeah,
heat is healing.
I really want to try and spend more times with friends, not just online, but like in person. Like I said before, Tectone's like I don't know if he was joking or not, but like he has literally like I have multiple DMs of him being like come to Austin, and like part of me really wanted to, but part of me was like really anxious about it. Like now I really want to go. I would 100% do it one day. For sure. I need to save up. I have no fucking money. I need to save up for next TwitchCon, and I need to save up for a new computer, most importantly. But I really do. Like, I would go at some point. I know, like, Shinya posted, like, on my Twitter post today, like, oh, like, Austin. And then he did, like, the semicolon 3. And it's like, I would genuinely, like, go to Austin and hang out for sure. They were all so nice to me. Literally every single one of them. Techie,
Yeah,
Boki, Brax, Shinya, Stepperu, Mina, Ruby, Fob. I'm sure I'm gonna forget some of them. Get a little emotional. Shy Lily. Some other ones you might not know, like Zenith, Brian, Anna, Yuzi. They were all so nice to me. So yeah. That's the dark secret of uh the gacha content creators. They're all a bunch of actually really nice people. Probably even make a video on it later.
Stefano, my secret is out.
Yeah, TwitchCon 2024 was one of the best weekends of my life. It was so much fun. We're already planning next year. I think we already even know what hotel we want. So we're not in the fucking hood.
No, we gotta go back to the hood. We gotta say what's up.
Back to the hood!
We gotta go say what's up.
No, you don't go back to the hood. The hood comes for you.
Ooh, kinky.
Yeah. It was so much fun. It was really fun.
Ethan.
Oh yeah, I also got to meet, I know this isn't gacha related, but I got to meet Tsunami Cat. Which a lot of you guys might not know this, but Tsunami Cat was basically my introduction to VTubers and just other streamers as a whole. Like about a month after I started streaming, I started playing Valorant with friends. And at the time I maybe had 5-10 viewers, and Sue maybe had like 30. And Sue became my first friend in the VTuber community, as well as just streaming in general. And she introduced me to so many people in the VTubing community, who then have introduced me to so many more. And a lot of the friends that you see here today, a lot of the people that I met, I wouldn't have met if it wasn't because of her. And now we're both partnered streamers. She's huge. She has like 400 or 500 viewers. I still remember the days when she'd get like 30. I remember she first got a Riot Gun Buddy. So it was really cool getting to meet her too. It was really cool getting to meet her too. I was still a bit anxious and awkward, but she was very nice and understanding about it. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. my advice for anyone that goes next year, especially for content creators, is, well, okay, so first, general advice: go with friends. Don't go with like, don't go like by yourself. Go with friends. Like Tecton said on stream today, and I agree with him. The thing that makes TwitchCon is the people there. The event itself is cool for like a day, and then it's kind of just the same thing the next 2 days. Go with friends, and like go to the zoo, go out to dinner, go to a party. What are you meowing about, Yuki?
Attention.
No, she sees a bug.
Attention.
Go to parties. Go explore the city. City's kind of a dump, I'm not gonna lie, but I don't know. Don't just go and expect to like just be entertained by the venue the entire time. Especially if you go for 3 days. I don't know, it's kind of weird. I feel like if you just go for 1 day, you're gonna be rushing through the entire thing and not enjoy it as much. But if you go for 3, by the third day, you're not gonna be that motivated to go. Like the third day, we mostly did stuff outside of TwitchCon, and then kind of just went for the ending. My advice for like content creators is like, I know like one person I spoke to is like, oh, like as a VTuber, like you have to like basically be a professional drinker to like network and stuff, and like you have to like go to all these parties and network and meet all these people. It's like, no, like just go and have fun. I know people say like, oh, like TwitchCon's a good networking place, and it's like, yeah, it is. And like if you really want to network, then like sure, go for it. But like, I don't know, I spent all this money. I worked so hard to get that like partner badge. There were so many people I wanted to meet. It's like, do I really want to worry about networking? And it's just like, no. To be honest, I never worry about networking. I just worry about making friends. That's what I would recommend. If there's one thing TwitchCon taught me, it's that like I learned who I wanted to associate and talk to more, and who sees friendship as like a networking thing, right? And like it's fine if, so like if there's streamers who treat friendships as like a networking thing. If you're upfront about it, you're not gonna like pretend it's anything else, and that's fine. Like that's not what I want. I started Twitch because I was just lonely and wanted to like meet people. So like to get to go to TwitchCon and literally meet like so many of my favorite content creators, get to like be friends with them, like play beer pong with them, go to parties with them, like have fun. Don't worry about networking. Just make friends. That would be my advice. Because I definitely learned who I want to be closer to and get to know more. And those that I want to keep around me that I'm already close with. And then those that I kind of don't want to associate with as much anymore. Which basically every gacha creator I met, I want to be closer to. They were some of the nicest people. Despite everything you hear about all the drama, everything you hear about the big bad boogeyman himself, Techie, he's so nice. They all are. Yeah. I guess that's my TwitchCon 2024. Excited for TwitchCon 2025. From Techie to Teddy. Yep. From Techie to Teddy. Hex too. Hex is super cool. Mind you, the people I don't name here doesn't mean they weren't cool. That just means I probably didn't get to talk to them as much. Like, I didn't get to talk to Fob much. Fob seemed really cool. Fob was kind of just, like, leading a discussion outside about, like, gacha and other video games the entire time. Fob really likes gacha. But, like, Techie was... It was so cool meeting him. Shinya's really... Like, I already liked Shinya. I was already talking about, like, playing, like, World of Warcraft with him and stuff. I really liked Shinya after that trip.
Yeah,
Like,
he's
everyone,
really
everyone
cool.
before the trip I already liked. After the trip, I just like people, like, way more. Like, Shinya's really, really cool. Like, I don't know, like, from the second I talked to Shinya, like, Shinya talks to you, like, you're just, like, a familiar friend that, like, he's hanging out with for, like, the 100th time. Pokey was really cool. He's very polite. He seems like almost a little shy. Not that shy, but he talked to me for a while. I really like Pokey. Ufi was really cool. Brax was super nice. Despite all the creep allegations, Brax is like one of the nicest people I ever met. I don't know how you think he's creepy. Dude is so well kept. Like, I talked about this, like, he is so well kept. He's got like, what do you agree? Like, he had like a nice like dress shirt on, like tucked in with like some nice pants, nice shoes, belts, like well kept
Yeah.
hair.
But he took my chair. I'm joking. Or am I?
Like, I don't know how you think Brax is creepy. Brax is like super nice.
No, he's a really chill person.
I didn't get to talk to Doro, but Ray could talk about Doro. He seemed cool. He talked to him for a while.
Ethan just said, Ray, can you move over?
Ray didn't even know who Doro was. That's the funny part. Ray talked to Doro for probably like half an hour. She didn't know who Doro was. I saw, like, I didn't really talk to him. I was just like kind of like overheard them talking, and I just see like he like introduced himself. She's like, "Oh, what do you do?" He's like, "I play Genshin," and like Ray had no idea who Doro was. I told her later, and then she realized who Doro is because she has seen Doro before. She just didn't know. Like, she didn't put two and two together. So like she's talking to Doro for like half an hour, like maybe even longer. You might have been talking to her for like an hour.
I think it was like an hour. But like, okay, to be fair, I haven't been on Twitch for that long. 1, I don't really watch Genshin Impact content. 2, and 3, I kind of just like, I just tried my best to treat everybody there like they weren't even a streamer. I just kind of like, just treat them as like people. And that's basically all I did. So I kind of just didn't even I asked him like what he did for content, but I kind of, after that I was just like, so what else do you play? Like, I merely moved the conversation to like something else, because I wasn't, I don't know, I didn't want people to think I'm like interested in them because they're streamers. I'm just interested in them because they're there too, and I want to talk to people.
Yeah. And then Hex is like, I hope you guys know, like, I mean this in like a good way. If for some reason she ever like sees a clip of this or something, I hope she knows I mean this in like the best of ways. She's like the most normal person ever, right? Like I feel like her husband said it well. Like, at the end of the night, he was like, oh, like, it was so nice to just like have like a normal conversation and just like hang out with like chill people. Like, it wasn't like there wasn't like any cameras going. There wasn't like these big like bravado personalities. Just like it was like the most just like down to earth conversation I had at like all of TwitchCon. It was just like chilling with Hex on the last night. It was really nice. Like, I want to hang out with Hex a lot more. I've always been friendly with Hex, but like I want to hang out with her like more now, for sure. It was really cool getting to meet her.
Agreed. I've really enjoyed bonding over that really bad
Yeah, the really bad Mexican
plates.
restaurant.
The really bad food plate. Bro, I had to eat my ramen with a plastic knife and a spoon. Like, come on, you don't have forks.
Fob, it's like, it was like so funny, right? It's like I like come up to Fob, I'm like, oh, like, hi, I'm Maddie, and like he like instantly, like, I've played a good bit of what's it called? So Brax we like know decently. Like, I've hung out with Brax in Discord a few times. We've talked about like MMOs, Final Fantasy. I watched like him and Ray play Dark and Darker. Like, Brax was really cool in Discord too. Um, Fob, I've played League with a good bit, and like Fob's like exactly what you expect in person, right? Like I introduced myself. I'm like, hi, like, I'm Maddie. He's like, oh, like, what's up, Maddie? And then like instantly just starts talking about video games again. um, Pokey's very polite. Is there anyone I missed? If any of you guys know Zenith, um, he's friends with like Techie and Shane and them. He was so cool. He was super tall, and two, I've hung out with him in Discord a few times too. And the second he like saw me and Ray, he gave us like the biggest hug, like both of us at the same time. He got so hyped for us.
So
He
sweet.
was really cool. He was really sweet. Stepperu's like he's like too nice. Stepperu's too nice. We're mad at him. He spent he bought us too much shit.
Yeah.
We're gonna get back at him.
Yeah. I'm still here.
So anyone I'm forgetting? Shiley was super sweet from when I got to talk to her. That's really cool. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention. Okay, so another thing. At one point I was sitting outside, right? At the house party, and I knew Shy Lily was there. And I'm sitting outside and I stare at this girl. Like, I feel bad. I was like staring at her for like a solid like 10 seconds. I'm like, why does this person look familiar? Why does this person look familiar? And I didn't realize it until right before I left, and someone said it. I was sitting next to Nyanners for like half an hour, and I had no idea. And Ethel. And I love Nyanners too. I think Nyanners is fucking hilarious. But yeah, I didn't like, I get a signature because I didn't know. I had no idea it was Nyanners. But I was sitting right next to Nyanners for probably like half an hour at one point at that party. Yeah, Jeb was super fun.
I probably could have gotten you that one too if I realized and or was not wrong.
Well, neither one of us knew until like we were like leaving.
Then we left.
It was like, it was like, because it was at the end when I was like hugging Techie. When I was like, I was sitting next to him, and then like we like hugged him as like we left, like and then like someone was like, Nyanners, or like something like that. I'm like, wait, ah. But yeah, I was chilling right next to Nyanners and Ethel for a while as well. It was a fun trip. I had a lot of fun. Thank you for everyone that made it special for me. Except I saw Techie is salty. He didn't like San Diego and doesn't want to go back. So I have to bug him to come to like Anime Expo New York or something. Because I want to see him again. He said he'd play beer pong with me, and he never did. I got to play against him, but I never got to play with him.
Oh wait.
I never got to play with him.
You know, I just realized
What?
the person. But do you remember I won my first beer pong? It was against Mr. Pokey.
Oh yeah, Ray beat Mr. Pokey in beer pong. It was their very first time playing.
I don't remember the other person.
I don't remember who he played, but he was really cool.
Yeah, they were all really cool.
Oh yeah, also Zizix was super nice. Zizix went around the party and introduced himself to everyone.
Mm.
Like, he shook everyone's hand and introduced himself and gave a big smile and was like, nice to meet you. Zizix was really cool. And then Lucari is like exactly what you expect to. I didn't get to talk to Lucari, but I saw him there for a bit.
I'm really.
Yeah. Those are the deep, dark secrets at TwitchCon. Everyone's actually really nice and cool. I wish I got to talk to Mina and Ruby more. I know Ray and Ethan got to talk to Mina like 4 fucking times. It got to the point where Mina recognized Ethan. She was like, oh, it's you again.
Girls like, it's this bitch again? Oh my god.
I didn't have Mina's Discord. So I couldn't thank her, but I sent a message to Ruby and Ruby replied. Ruby's really sweet. I really thank you for like talking to me and like signing my badge. Yeah, I'd say that was probably my biggest regret. I wish I talked to them more. I was shy. They were very nice. I was just shy. Next year. Next year. Alright, chat. Should we go play some ZZZ now?
No.
I'm gonna assume by now it's like fucking 1 a.m. that the
It is 1 a.m.
Yeah, as I'm saying, it's 1 a.m.
It is. I thought
Next
you
year
were
gonna be huge on Twitch. Oh yeah, okay. So that reminds me. The last thing. It taught me that it gave me a new purpose for streaming, right? Like, I got partner, and then I guess I didn't know what to do from there. So I just like, oh, I just want to grow. But it's like, it for TwitchCon next year, I want to grow. So like, right, that's still my goal. I mean, I'd assume any like most Twitch streamers would want to grow. But like, the big thing for me is, while I don't have everything figured out for exactly what I want to do, for streaming, I do know that my main goal as a streamer now is I want to make people's days just a little better when they tune into my stream. I want to be able to go to TwitchCon and make someone's day by giving them a hug or signing their badge the same way like so many people did for me.
Oh.
Fuck. I want to get to the point where I can make people's entire trip special. The same way so many people did for me. I want to be able to buy art for my friends. I want to be able to like buy them dinner so they don't have to worry about money as much. I want to be able to introduce the next new streamer to all the cool people in the space. Just want to make people happy. Fuck, I hate crying on stream. Yeah. That's my goal now. I first started streaming to make friends. And then I started streaming to keep those friends. And then I had the goal of partner. And now I just had the goal to keep growing as a person and a creator. And just try and make people's days a little better. Same way so many people have done for me. Also, the goal to get in a little bit better shape because holy fuck, did my feet hurt. I was tired.
Bro, I swear I was hitting the nene every time I walked with my
I
legs.
was tired.
They
I've
were
gotten
shaking.
a little chubby since I started streaming.
Yeah,
Hi,
just
Hex.
always been chubby. Hi, Hex. I'm glad I'm not the only person who's been crying. Oh.
Hex, I was telling Chad about the shitty Mexican food that we had.
We were talking shit in the place.
Yeah, we were talking shit in the
We were all
restaurant.
staring at us like,
it
what
was
the
that
fuck?
bad. We were talking shit while we were still in the restaurant.
The dude's probably looking at us like, what the fuck? Like, bro, you could at least leave. Like, no, you have to know your ass. Get better. Offensive to my message. That's fucking hilarious. Yeah, I'm pretty sure
I got way too sappy on this stream. Fuck. I was like prepping myself for it all day. I'm like I was trying to keep it as much as possible, but I don't know. I had so much fun. Generally, there like wasn't a single person, at least in the gacha community, that I regret meeting. Every single one of them was so cool.